I need. Get down on my knees and plead. It's always more than I deserve, but I'd leave too if I had the nerve. But I'm just asking for you to stay. Oh, I'm just asking for you to stay. Eulogize me in a song I'll never hear. Lay my bones to rest with your fear. Nothing else can move these roots. dear dream of heaven above, but I'd ask for you to stay. All you could give me, some of your time, and all I'm asking is come and waste mine. I'll take less than I need. Get down on my knees and plead. It's always more than I deserve, that I'd leave too if I had the nerve. But I'm just asking for you to stay. Oh, I'm just asking for you to stay. Eulogize me in a song I'll never hear. Lay my bones to rest with your fear. Nothing else can move wouldn't ask you to treat me kind. Wouldn't ask you to read my mind. But I might ask for you to stay. I wouldn't hope for your love. Wouldn't dare dream of heaven above. But I might ask for you to stay. All you could give me, some of your time, and all I'm asking is come and waste mine. I'll take less than I need. Get down on my knees and plead. It's always more than I deserve. That I'd leave too if I had the nerve. But I'm just asking for you to stay. Oh, I'm just asking for you to stay.
Hello everybody, welcome to Lotus Fire Show. My name is Pirates Metaverse and we're live today with, let me press all the right buttons, here we go. Tales of Berseria. I got everything on, yeah, cool. Camera's a bit high, but that's fine. Let's see what I set up.
Yeah, that was from me working around with it.
Now,
I
ideally,
moved
I
it.
can turn this down a bit.
I moved the camera up a bit so that way it kept one of those rows hidden.
Alright, last time we beat a giant beetle.
Yes.
Found another barrier. Gonna double check everything's going through. Video capture device is fine. Mic is good. Sick.
Yeah.
Finish my post on Blue Sky. Because I'm having a good time. Yesterday, someone finally asked me in our D&D session, oh, hey, we got a new skill. And a new path.
Yes.
Yesterday, finally, someone asked me in my D&D session why my character's name was Lav. Because, which was really funny because we're walking by and we arrive on an island and we see a volcano that's like mid-eruption or at the end of its eruption, and I'm like, we're gonna go see that, guys, right? We're gonna go see the volcano, and everybody's like, no, that's dumb. It's a force of nature that's trying to kill us. And I'm like, yes, it is a volcano, and my god, and I've been saying my god's name is Big Fire because the origin of that god in question, that is the translation of the language his name was named in, right?
Yeah.
But I only kind of more or less said, like, you can't say that diegetically. Not really, because the way that I kind of headcanoned it and I hashed it out with the DM is because I'm in a different world. The way that it works to me is that it's not like my character speaks, you know,
Vikings.
Just yeah, like but like the comment of that language that wouldn't make of that world that wouldn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. So I kind of headcanoned it as in like the way that he hears it and the way that it works is just the language from his world, right?
Yeah.
So when he says things like "big fire," he's just kind of translating a name a little too literally because he's saying it in one word.
Yeah.
But you can't say that diegetically. So like every time we're talking about my god, I'm like, yeah, my god is big fire. Everybody's like. So he's just a fire cleric. He's just a fire cleric. He's just a fire cleric.
I assumed it was sun.
Yeah, you did assume it was sun, even though when I told you it wasn't that. Because she kept, like, she was in that campaign for a little bit, and she kept going like, oh, so you pray to the sun, the big ball in the sky? I'm like, no! That's just a nasty ball of stupid sunshine. Like, I don't care about that. That's dumb. Mine is way more real and way more dangerous. And it doesn't help that, like, Ada's character is like, yeah, but where, like, how do you know it's a god or whatever? And I'm like, it fell from the heavens. And she's like, so it is the sun. And I'm like, no!
My character doesn't know what a meteorite is.
I'm like, no, it's not the sun. Stop saying that.
We were also having a conversation about the sun at the time.
And, like, more recently, right, we met a different deity called Hel. It was a Viking campaign. And my character was like, disappointed by the interaction with that. Because we're like, we meet her, they chat, blah blah blah. And then it was just like, one of our other compatriots happens to be part of a clan that worships Hel. So he's like, yeah, that was a god, that's so cool, we met a god. And my character's like, did we really? That's not a god. That just looked like a human. And everybody's like,
I'm ready for this.
What?
what do you mean it looked like a human? I'm like, that's just like a weird humanoid. That's not a god. It looks like one of you guys. Because my character being a... I'll get to the context a little later, I guess, like soon, but my character being a lizard man who comes from a world where you have... He comes from... Okay, I guess I should get into it now. He comes from Chrono Trigger. Like, in my head, I told my DM, can I make a character who worships Lavos from Chrono Trigger? And he was like, sure. And then when I made the character, when he decided he was running this campaign like 2 months later, he kind of forgot that I wanted to make that my next character. So he's like, oh, you're making a cleric of what? And I'm like, oh, this is my cleric of Lavos. He's like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, so my character is from the world of Chrono Trigger, which means that in his mind, in the era, to fit him a little bit more like into the world, he sees himself as he's a dino. What do they call it? A Saurian, I think is what they're called in Chrono Trigger, with a little more like stylism, because I think that Saurians and the graphics engine in Chrono Trigger made it so that Saurians were underdeveloped in design. They're just like greenies.
Stop fooling around.
Yeah.
With no disrespect to Akira Toriyama, who drew that, rest in peace, but I think that, like, in my mind, if they were supposed to be descendants of dinosaurs, they should have looked a little different, because there were so many different types of dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
Or at least tied to dinosaurs, they should have looked a little... Well, maybe not, but I like the idea of running a lizard folk that was actually a Saurian. And it just made it so much more fun. So my character's like walking around and he's seeing that the world isn't 50-50 Saurian cavemen anymore. It's much more split between a lot of things that look a lot more like cavemen than they look like Saurians.
Yeah.
And so when a god shows up and they say that's a god and it just looks like a caveman, he's like, no, that's not a god.
Yeah.
Especially since the divinity that I've chosen, the deity in question, is this giant rock-looking hedgehog thing. I don't know if you've ever seen Lavos.
But I do remember.
I've played it on stream a long time ago. But this is what Lavos looks like to most people. What the heck is this? Like, legitimately just a massive stone hedgehog.
Yeah.
Maybe like this, like if you're getting a little fancy about it, right? And in reality, there's Lavos is controlled within the shell, but nobody from the outside would know that.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, my thought process was Lav is wearing this, like, armor or chainmail that resembles Lavos in design. Etc., etc.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everything's supposed to be, like, cleric-based, right? So,
I really should get back to that game. I finally got somebody who wanted to play a sibling with me, and I failed.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
My mental health took a hit, so I took a break. But no, that's really cool. And like, I remember you telling me, oh, well, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't know. And me sitting there just being like, can you tell me what it is?
Yeah, it was like trying to figure out. I'm like, yeah, it's from a video game. She's like, what?
I was so confused.
So yeah, I was really happy with the character himself, and he's funny because like, after I started saying things like, what, that wasn't a real god, whatever. Last session, what happened was we walked up, we went up to the island, we found the volcano. I was like, we're gonna go see the volcano, right? And everybody's like, yeah, we get it, big fire, haha, so funny. And I think they became convinced for some reason that I prayed to volcanoes or whatever. I'm not too sure on that, but they're like, yeah, obviously you want to go see a volcano. I wasn't gonna push too hard because like obviously we want to go see the volcano, I'm not gonna go see the volcano. But like, every time we walked the lava, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like look at it for a little bit, and they're like, okay, lava. And then finally, the character who said he was gonna be one of your family members, your cousin, I think you guys actually.
Twin.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but you kept saying that you weren't his sisters.
So the thing is, okay, so I guess this is meta knowledge for you, so don't use it in game. But the concept is that we were twins who were separated at birth, and because our parents were from two opposing clans, who were constantly in a prank war with each other.
Yeah, the way that you guys play prank war, or worse. Anyway,
well,
they're kind of violent about their pranks.
Yeah, it sometimes led to violence, which is why we added the violence to it. But it was like typically like think Klaus and how people acted in that until the kids started behaving. And so we didn't know we were twins. We met, we became friends, and then when our families died, he found a journal from one of our parents, because I believe I was raised by dad, he was raised by mom.
Yeah.
And that revealed that we were twins and siblings, but we didn't know it because we both have different sub-races. Yeah. Because each parent was from a different sub-race.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like our DM kind of felt right with it. The more we were saying, this is we were like, this is great.
Two combined actions. Yeah, so like.
Which is why I'm like, I gotta get back to this. Because it's not really fair. Because we're also members. We're like, I'm like, that's not fair. Like, I'm there, but I'm not there.
And I think, like.
You were a handful.
Oh, that was a reference to. That was definitely a reference to Weird, yeah.
He did the.
Yep. Yeah, so within that kind of like. Sorry, with the thing, your brother asks, is that why your name's Lav? Because lava? I'm like, what? No, that's stupid. And he's like, huh? Then what is it then? Like, isn't your name Lav because lava? And I'm like, no, it's the first syllable of my deity's name. And they're like, big fire? Huh? I'm like, yeah, Lav is the first syllable. And they're like, that doesn't, what's the other syllable? I'm like, well, there's only one else. And they're like, what is it? I'm like, os. And Liam goes, Lavos. I'm like, yeah, big fire. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, ha ha. Oh, finally someone asked a question that could make it so that I can explain it.
Yeah, because your character's just constantly saying big fire.
It's big fire because it's very specifically said in Chrono Trigger that the caveman language, that's what Lavos means. And when you have a scene where they name it when they see the comet land, they literally just say big fire.
Oh, okay. I just realized there's something over here that I didn't.
So I was like, absolutely. Thank you. Very good chuckle. I thought I thought it was funny. They didn't react much because I don't think most of them know Lavos or Chrono Trigger, which is a big hole in some of their like media knowledge, I guess. But you can't blame him for it, especially since Andrew has just a little bit started like jumping into big old classic RPGs.
Yeah. Like, I had no idea that it existed prior to meeting you. Like, I didn't have any knowledge of it, but I know about other games that were around.
I'm just kind of surprised because like it's definitely like a very solid installment of most RPGs. Like on it's right up there with like the Final Fantasy 6 and 7 or like the ones that everybody moves over. Like Chrono Trigger's like easily up there if not better than like 6 and 7. I will die on the hill that it is at least equal. Honestly, it has a fantastic storyline. It does something that Max, I should say, in particular likes a lot because he's a whore for like time travel,
Yes.
and like, which is why he's currently playing a little bit like on and off. He's playing in Stars and Time. What do you mean? You got them if they're marked.
Oh, look.
Look what?
Top.
Oh. Might not be accessible right now. So yeah, definitely funny to me, and a bit of a shame that like it had to be a party that didn't know much about him, but I'm still having a good time. Like just, oh yeah, this is my person. I'm like the volcano in Chrono Trigger and therefore Lava to a certain extent was really connected to Lavos, I believe, because like Lavos lands. When a meteorite of that size crashes into the planet, the crater is massive.
Yeah.
And when it's a creature that burrows into the earth, you because you get to see the same planet over several million years. The first time Lavos lands was in 65 million BC.
Okay.
Like before the extinction event that killed the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Afterwards, you get to go like to 12k BC, I think, where you get to see a mountain sprouted from where he landed. Because he kept burrowing and burrowing, and then it went dormant for several thousand years until like I think it's 5,000 current era or 4,000 current era. I don't remember, but like he wakes up and he destroys the earth. No, my bad. It's 1999.
Oh.
Hey, Zavid.
Hey, how goes it? Zavid! Easy
Of course.
there, bro. I don't got time to spar today. Got a date lined up.
That artifact you've got belongs to Ifried. Why do you have it?
Just picked it up off the ground somewhere.
I don't believe you.
Don't screw with me, tough guy. I have ways of making you talk.
Are you gonna eat your ice cream?
Maybe
I
not
wonder
now.
how much pain gets you to open up.
Oh,
You're the one about to be tested.
It's not up to you how this goes. If I want to talk, we'll talk. If I want to fight, we'll fight.
What are you?
not even Zavid.
I don't know, he just shot himself in the head.
I'd play more, but I don't want to keep old Pointy Beard waiting. We'll chat some more later, with our fists.
Wait!
Aizen! We need to get the flowers to everyone on the ship!
You can handle it!
But you're...
Let's head back, Laffy said.
Alright.
So I had to go a specific route to get the story. I stumbled into it while looking for stuff. Because I'm blocked off at the top up there. But,
Well, I guess we're going left to the town here.
yeah. And I didn't realize that I was just
better be ready.
wandering around. But I guess the last part of the story, I am stuck there. But
Well,
I'm guessing it might be up where the guards are.
I think it's where the
I didn't go into a conversation. Yeah, I didn't go into a conversation where that caravan was because I was like, oh, I don't want to trigger the story. But then I turned around and I triggered the story.
yeah. So what the heck was I saying?
You were talking about Lavos.
Yeah, I know that. But
Oh, that's why I can't access it from the other side. That's where it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Saying yeah, so like mountains and volcanoes make a lot of sense, especially if you're like a big fiery thing that lands on the ground and then melts the earth around you. Like a volcano would look a lot like a reverse crater, I suppose.
Yeah. I gotta write my notes.
Oh yeah, and then one of the things that that happened was
What do you think that was?
Liam said something along the lines of like,
to
"Oh no,"
belong to Ifrit.
I'm like, "Wow, man, we
I've
should
never
really go
seen
see
any
the
object or art quite like it. Maybe it's that relic Ifrit brought back from a continent across the sea.
An art from another continent. Do you think Eisen will be alright?
That Moloch seemed to know what he was doing. I'd rather we just stayed out of his way, but
First the throne, and now here. What is Zavid after, anyway?
he was probably just making up that date business. But still, old pointy beard.
Just like Ifrid. When I was talking with Benwick, he said Ifrid had a pointy beard.
You don't say.
Then I bet Zavid is that wanted Moloch the Abbey's looking for.
Yeah. He must be aware they're after him. And then he baited Eisen into following him, using something that belonged to Ifrid.
And I'm pretty sure Eisen knew that, but he went after him all the same. This can only go well, I'm sure.
Is Eisen in trouble?
It doesn't matter either way, if his Corsair scourge goes untreated. For now, let's get back to the ship.
Wait, I thought Moloch's could contract it.
I can't know.
So then why are they saying if his goes untreated? They said if his scourge goes untreated, he'd be in trouble.
I don't know. Maybe because they spread it.
Maybe.
You know, one of the things that happens, I
Dad,
was like,
I
hey, we should go to the
can't take it
volcano, and
I can't deal with life in this village.
I was told,
There
why
you
do you want to
go,
go see
the
it so bad? And I
whining
said, well, it's the closest thing to
Those
divinity I've
two,
seen on this plane
they
so
seem
far.
to
And
be
they were
rather
like,
upset.
we met a god. And I was like, I said real divinity.
Is hammer and tongs.
I'm not whining. It's been 10 years, and the village is no better off than when we started. Every year it gets colder, and every year our harvest gets worse. And the risk of demon blight hasn't gone away.
Your point? Compared to other regions, Westgate has fewer cases of demon blight. Other areas are suffering worse from the cold and the demons. I'd say we're better off here than anywhere else.
You're saying we're lucky that all we have to worry about is cultivating this inhospitable land?
Don't be so impatient. We'll see results. Westgand has incredible potential. If we keep working this land, eventually it will become a prosperous place. Maybe not now, but in 100 years or 1,000, our descendants will have joy and plenty. That's enough for me.
There you go again. Who cares about ancestors? I'm talking about...
Good man, your words have moved me. As an exorcist, I promise to work my hardest to end the demon blight and help people like
You
you
already did
find
that.
security.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, young exorcist. Then I have a request. How about you start helping by marrying this fool son of mine?
What?
Ever since his lover gave him the slip, he's been whining like this non-stop.
Shame that you decided to turn an exorcist who's very capable into
wasn't
just
exactly what I had in mind.
like low key. Shame on you, old man, because Eleanor's a capable exorcist, one of the top.
Yeah.
Not one of the top 100, but one of the top. No, actually, wait, not one of the top
She is-
10. No,
She's not one of the top 10, but she is in the top. She's actually above the top 100.
no, she's the third rank because they've got legates, which are the 4. They've got the shepherd, and right under they got praetors, and that's her and the other 2 that we saw.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I feel like they said at some point there's 100 praetors, but I feel like we've
Yes, they
also seen
did.
a lot of praetors. So
They said that we've seen 100 praetors.
yeah, the book said
But
that.
then there's also some that are underneath the praetors, isn't there?
Yeah, just regular exorcists.
Maybe that's what we're seeing? Not praetors, but exorcists?
A lot of the enemies are called exorcist praetors,
No, they did say there's only...
but mostly event fights, so I don't think random enemies are. Yeah, so
Look! A frog!
It's unusual to see one
3
this
frogs.
close to the sea.
Hey, I thought of a poem! Day at Port Renede.
Oh.
A frog jumps into
That's
the
'cause the
void.
camera angle.
The sound of the sea. Mogiloo?
What was that?
Just a little poem that
a
popped
haiku?
into my head.
My inspiration came from pondering the terror a frog would feel if it unwittingly leapt into the salty ocean. That's...
I don't get it at all.
I got another one! Skinny little frog, Muggy Lou is on your side. Do not give up hope.
I guess that one is about rooting for a frog?
That's right. I once bet a fortune on a game of chance involving frogs. That was my inspiration for this one. What do you think? Poetic, isn't it?
I think you have a gambling problem.
So, did this skinny frog win?
Nope. I lost my entire bet.
I think we can call that poetic justice.
No, Eleanor!
We already know she's biased and innocent. Not so much innocent as naive.
Yeah.
Like, even as she's learning about everybody, she's still very naive about everything. She has a very black and white outlook.
Yup.
Whereas we're like, nope.
We've brought back your solitomas. Drink up.
You've saved us.
Yeah, baby.
Where's the first mate?
We bumped into some wannabe tough guy Moloch and he just took off after him.
What? That must have been Zavid. Why didn't you guys follow him?
And leave you all with the Corsair Scourge?
Yes. Eisen's the one in danger here.
Is it because the Abbey is after Zavid?
So you even knew about it? I heard the details from a merchant who deals with the Abbey. Some big-shot exorcist named Melchior has set up a trap for Zavid and Loringen.
Oh, great.
If Eisen
Guess
gets
we're
caught
going
up in
Loringen.
that, he might not make it out alive.
So now there's Melchior to worry about. Why is Lord Melchior assuming direct command to capture Zavid? Wait, that's not important. What matters is I can turn Loppi's head over to him and finally return to the Abbey. Melchior is a legate. A powerful enemy, trap or no.
You guys are useless. Well,
Dang!
if you're not going to go help him, we will.
Velvet with the...
You're capable of giving any help.
Would you let an ally get slaughtered just because you were scared?
What?
We want to save him. Maybe we'll lose. It still won't stop us. We are the ones who decide our fates. Only us. That's just the creed of Eifried's pirates.
You're a real hothead, you know that? Nobody said anything about not helping Eisen.
Huh?
You all stay here. Take your medicine like good little boys. And be ready to
Jesus.
welcome back your first mate and
Velvet,
captain.
no.
The captain?
Why else would Eisen knowingly barge into a trap, if not to save Eifried?
Of course! Leave the ship and crew to me.
Here, this one's for you.
Oh, I thought she took it earlier.
Those pirates haven't a lick of sense
No, I
in
think
them.
that was a skit. She didn't want to.
They don't let reason dictate who they protect.
If you say so, Demon.
They weren't exaggerating about the taste.
Yup.
Now, about where Eisen's headed.
Those exorcists were talking about some place called Loringen.
Yes. It's a tower in the northern part of Westgand where the exorcists train.
Lines up with what Benwick told us. That must be the place.
There must be a lot of exorcists. Hang in there, Eisen.
That'll take more than basic exorcists to do him in.
We ought to pity any poor exorcists who meet the Reaper.
Right. Let's work together and find him.
Yeah, my time to shine.
Already? Didn't we just send them out?
I know. That's why I said it last time. I still have one thing
Portrait.
here.
Hey, we got a new treasure. Let's go. Do we?
Still have something there.
Well, what do we got in terms of... We got this crab shell, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another special thing that we might want to keep pushing to get.
Yeah. Here... We're just missing one material. Then there's nothing in the Norman Islands. I don't like bridges.
Why? Oh, never mind.
Solitoma is as awful as I remember. Hoped I'd never have to drink it
This isn't the first time she sails
Are
anything.
you alright, Eleanor?
Is this your second experience with the Corsair Scourge?
No, I had it for a different reason. In the Abbey, it's tradition for initiates to drink solitoma as part of their welcoming festivities.
Sounds like hazing to me.
When everyone shares the same experience, drinking something so shockingly revolting, our bonds are strengthened. It's a good thing.
If you say so.
I really did believe I'd never have to taste it again. To be blunt, I hate it.
You're lucky you think it tastes so terrible. That means you also know what tastes good. Right, Velvet?
What does that
Did you get the cake?
Velvet
And
can't taste anything aside from blood.
What?
You already had cake.
Is that
Can't get the cake
because she's
for
a demon?
Oh.
I'm aware of one other flavor.
So just sit down.
Magulu, here's your dose of solitoma.
No!
Get back here!
Don't! Keep that salad!
She never ate it.
Well, she was gonna make Benfew take it.
See.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Taste of another suffering.
The sweet taste of another suffering.
But then she never did it, so they forced her. Velvet literally chased after her.
Just is insane!
Would you stand around and watch your comrade die? Just because you're scared?
I wouldn't want to, but getting myself killed wouldn't save anyone either.
Yes, it would be illogical to fight.
Is being illogical really that bad?
Well,
At the Empyrean's throne, I remember Velvet standing, despite the horrible pain she felt. Rokuro is training with all his heart in order to defeat his brother Shigure. And Kurogane used up his own head to forge a powerful blade.
none of that is very logical.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to put it, but I think it's all amazing. Aren't you forgetting someone? Magilu is traveling with us, even though she doesn't care. And that... Yes, go on. I don't really understand what that's about. Miss Magilu, hang in there!
Well, it is amazing in some sense, I suppose.
Why are you hashtagging ADHD?
I'm not. I'm just hashtagging D&D.
Oh. Jesus.
You wear your contacts, darling?
Yes. That's why I was able to make out the D's. That, like, it's still a little blurry unless I stare at it enough. Well, it's not quite blurry, it's more like it's, like, it's not blurry, but it's not clear. You know?
Yeah.
It's like there's a haze.
Just because you're a little too far.
Yeah. Just a tad bit too far.
Hello there. You're headed to Loringen Tower too? Just a bit ago, a brawny, silver-haired man asked me how to get there.
Did he say why he was going there?
Something about meeting some
Silver-haired
friends of
man,
his.
that's Savid.
Exorcists
Brown-
use that tower
brown
to train,
silver-haired.
right? If he has exorcist friends,
No, I
then
think she said
maybe
Brawny.
he's one too.
Oh,
But he
I
seemed
heard
a bit
brown.
rough and tumble to be an exorcist. I can't imagine a man like him.
Did he say anything else?
He said someone else might stop by and ask about the tower, and told me to tell him if they do. Did he mean you?
No clue.
So he was planning on us following him. What's he scheming?
You mean Zavid? Or the Abbey?
Both.
Fucking finally.
What is it? Oh.
Those are mine. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Oops. Oh, I don't
I don't know why they keep adding names I don't know to that friends list on Duo. Oh, I haven't let him out yet. And a weapons dealer buying food.
yeah. But I did also get a new weapon for Lafayette.
Yeah!
And yeah, him too.
Did he? Yeah, he. Copper! I don't know why I say it like you're gonna listen to me.
Copper!
Try to avoid that.
I try to do the quiet voice, but it doesn't always work. It sounds like your fans are home.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid it because there's a mic.
Sorry, folks.
Loringen Tower lies beyond the Burnak Plateau.
Blah! If you're gonna set up an obvious trap, couldn't it at least be someplace more convenient?
Oh my god. They're braver than me, man. They've been at this for like 4 weeks.
What mission?
I think it's it's Bahamut Ultimate. Oh no, it's like obvious. It's some of the harder content in the game. Possibly the hardest? I don't think so. Not anymore. But yeah, some must.
Go this way.
I don't know, Ada. I think we'll go to the blockade up north.
Yes, we are.
Am I still Eleanor?
No.
No? I'm Rokuro?
Yeah, I changed it.
This is fine. I'm so sorry. Eventually we'll be able to go faster. She wearing... Looks like she's wearing glass slippers from the back, but it's just because it's metal heels.
They're not even heels.
No, they are.
Are they?
Yeah, if you watch her walk around, you can see there's like...
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a divot,
But-
but not much or one.
I mean... Like, it's not stiletto levels, but you can definitely say... Like, it's clearly...
It's a square heel. It's a short square heel.
No, but it's clearly higher than you'd get from that type of shoe if you were in the real world.
No, you can get that. You can get that shape.
I know you can, but for the thing that she's trying to do with these boots, or the way that these were designed, I don't think it would be that high. Also, you can tell it's not even really her boots. It's like a casing on the outside.
Yeah. So it's possible that she has, like, what they, yeah. So it's possible. It's kind of hard.
I think it's because it's part of, like...
I don't think it's actually a casing. I think it is part of the boot.
Why? You can see it's clearly an outside piece.
Because some heels do that. Where it's just the fabric that goes over top of the heel gets sewn in on top.
This is metal, though. It's not fabric. And I think that the reason is because she uses her legs in combat. She fights by kicking a lot.
Yeah. Although she'd do a lot better with stilettos than she would with square heels like that.
If she's kicking with the heel only, but she's not. She's kicking with all of it, actually. I think that's actually weird design. I don't know how it would work historically, but I see the idea. The vision is there, you know what I mean?
Flats. What do you wear?
Oh, heels.
Her heels are same.
Yeah.
They're the exact same short.
Yeah. Just no metal casing, because Velvet fights more with her feet than she does.
Yeah. How did I do that again?
Do what? You can go down by holding R2 while you move the stick around. R2 is the right side.
Oh, that's how I did it. I did it like completely. Yeah, hers are a bit thicker than a Velvet. So she has like a really big, wide square heel, whereas Velvet has a small square heel.
You can also see on hers, there's a more forgiving space, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it, in between the heel and the rest of the shoe. Like there's a notch down, but if you look at Velvet's, it's straight, like diagonal to diagonal.
So the diagonal to diagonal is actually a lot more comfortable than
No,
that.
that's why I was saying I don't think I want to say forgiving, but you understand, like, there's just more space there. So
Yeah.
she could, it's probably a smaller shoe size if it was the same size as Velvet's, because because of that. That'll take up more space for her foot.
This side doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, I thought this side didn't have it, but it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of heel fucking sucks.
Well, so I would imagine in design, the real cutoff is right where the foot goes up. From a comfort level, I feel like that doesn't really help you, though.
Yeah, because, like, you're not, with heels, you're not actually supposed to put any weight on the heels. But with square heels, it's a little bit easier to do it because you
It's spread
have
out a little
more.
bit,
Yeah, it's spread out and you have a little bit of stability.
You see, yeah. So here she doesn't have that that thing in the middle because it goes just straight into the other. Like because they're like three separate pieces that make this thing that she puts around the foot.
Yeah.
She's got the actual like shoe part, the boot part, I guess, which I've seen like when you don't have like when you don't have no slip or steel toe boots, that's kind of the thing.
Or short stilettos.
Yeah. So when you don't when you work in a place like I do and you need steel caps where you don't have steel caps, they have those kind of like things that you can put over your boots where you just kind of slip it on and it can pretty much functionally work as a steel toe for anything. So I feel like that's what she's got. Yeah, those are like the Alice shoes, right? Yeah. No, that's Maid's actually.
Look at the way that it's set. That's the kind of look that I thought I was seeing here. Only there's something in between that's blocking it.
Yeah, because like like I said, you've got like the steel toe bit that like goes around the heel. For some reason, that's also designed for a high heel. Then you've got the actual like chunky heel, which seems to be separate because it looks like it fits itself. Like the steel cap bit goes into the back part, and then you have the greave bit, which is a separate piece of armor that's riveted into.
Not gonna lie, I want to see the bottom of the shoes. Cause yeah, I can see like here you can blatantly see that there's a gap.
Yeah, there's a space. So it's like a slip-on to any other boot she's wearing.
Yeah. But I was also taking a look because I realized the girls all have either very short heels, like this.
Yeah.
Or they're in flats.
I'm assuming it's because they can animate them similarly, so they don't have to like animate them walking in sharp heels. But obviously they wanted to put them in heels anyway.
Yeah. Where is it? But like, you look at Magalu's first outfit, she has no heels whatsoever.
Nope.
And then you go from there, and like all of her shoes are flats, except for here.
The maid outfit, of course.
That one has a very, very tiny heel, but it's considered basically a flat.
It's basically a flat, yeah, because there's the same like added stuff right on the far end.
And that heel's not considered a heel either.
That is, because yeah, similar reasons.
I gotta put her back in.
No.
She was wearing that one.
You want to turn off the soundtrack? Or?
I think we're actually on her soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, you've got hers right now. Okay.
Yeah. And then Eleanor's. Cause like all the other ones, I've noticed like unless they're a younger girl, they typically are in like these massive fucking heels. which is annoying to me.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't remember.
Judy is one of them.
Yeah, but Judy's... Yes. Hello, yes, we are streaming.
Hello, I know, sorry.
I can text them tomorrow and ask about it.
No, because we all received ours.
Okay. But you guys got yours before I got mine.
Yeah, I know. But Miklos received it like a week ago, so I was like,
Okay.
oh, maybe you received it. I wanted to make sure before I go.
They might also just be waiting for me to come in.
No, they need to tell you when they're in. Unless they already have it.
Yeah, in which case they forgot to tell me that they already have it, because I asked if we could order it ahead of time.
Ahead of time? What do you mean?
Like before I came in, instead of doing 2 trips.
Oh, yeah, and you say yes?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, as long as you're okay with it being black. I'm like, yes, it's perfectly fine.
If I text them tomorrow morning or call them.
Okay, will do.
What?
Good night. Sorry about that, folks. So today on Baldur's Gate 3, we did Astarion storyline.
You fight Cazador?
Yes.
I'll end this quickly.
It is. When Astarion kept going down, I'll capture the 3 guys.
Oh, that's a game over situation.
Well, we were told if we did it one more time, it would be a game. So, Nick, Abyss was like, if you go down, if you're not healing right now, I'm going to be mad. I'm like, I'm healing, I'm just not healing enough. Because I was getting like 5, 10, and then what I was accidentally doing is because Cure Wounds is a level 1 spell that I could
That
upcast.
is a reference to Luger.
Yeah. I accidentally kept casting at level 1. So I was doing baby healing for us. And I'm like, damn it! I need to increase this.
Ada.
But so, Abyss came over and, like, chucked something at me. And then the rest of us kept going.
Chucked something at
Yeah,
you?
chucked some healing potion at me to, like, give me enough health. And then I, like, had also healed myself and drank a healing potion.
What's wrong, Lapizette?
And then I made Astarion invisible because I could only do so much.
All men their age care about is their reputation.
But Abyss got the last blow in.
Hassle. Oh.
And then I got to do the story, and then we almost
fully deny it.
failed to stop
The same could
Astarion
be said of
from
women.
ascending.
And of everyone, really.
So we
It's hard to
scum
work
saved.
alongside someone
Save scum, yeah.
unless you
But
strive to
then
understand
it
their thoughts
glitched
and
at one
feelings.
point, so
And if you
we
can't,
exited out of that and went like back a little bit further,
It's like
so that way,
Zavid said,
because I was no
you
longer in
start
the
talking with your
conversation,
fists
but
instead.
Abyss was,
Sounds
and I
harder
was the
than
one
I
in charge of the
thought.
conversation. So I had to mention. I had to backtrack and go like, oh, like we went out and then we redo the save. And what happens? I finally passed. After 3 or 4 tries, finally frickin' passed. And I was like,
journal.
it's behind, it's a little bit further back. It's behind in the mess. I was trying to hide it. No, like, you were right.
Well, I'm assuming you're not using it now.
Well, I'd like to.
But you're too busy playing Player 1.
I know. I really enjoy the game.
How will you ever write?
Pardon?
How will you ever write?
I know. I keep forgetting to write.
Hey, you're like 3 sessions behind because you never Player 2.
This is like stream 5 of me being player 1.
No, just 3 or 4.
No, this is 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let me be player 1 all last week, and the week prior I took it on the Thursday.
That sounds fake.
It's not.
I think you're wrong.
You ready for a red hunt?
Yeah. Looks like a...
We have a chance.
Weak to what? Not enough nibble. No, well, there's one way to find out.
it.
No, I did this on purpose.
Yes, but you couldn't move it because I was blocking.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I'm the one who opened the door. Ready? Good.
I ran. Leave me alone. Don't come near me.
Yeah, pretty okay. What?
Oh man, it's gone.
I got it. Let's go. Ooh, this wolf! Yeah, let's get a combo up.
Me?
Now, how do you like that?
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
Get some equipment stuff to next time. What's that gonna be? Next one. Each successful hit during a Mystic Art, a portion of the expended L3. VG. Oh, sick. So hits, Mystic Arts like Eisen's are gonna be super useful.
Yeah.
What sword was?
What?
Okay. Someone. Yeah, she mastered a spear.
We're just slowly going down though. What was that?
Something on the phone.
Sounded like a keychain that was also like on a stretchy thing?
Maybe. I don't know about the stretch thing. Definitely sounded like a keychain. There was probably metal involved.
Alrighty. I have to keep going.
I'll end this quick.
What? They do that thing again. You got lucky. I don't feel like that's the first time.
Hey, is everyone alright?
How can I not your gifts and your snacks come from your life? Because I don't make enough. And anytime I try and make money, or I try to find a job where I can make money, it just doesn't work.
I feel like that means you need to expand your horizons on that.
Everything I'm seeing needs degrees or certain certifications.
Because you're looking for remote jobs.
Yeah, because I can't. Never mind. I'm gonna bring that up here. Who wears the earrings?
Maggie.
Oh, you have not. You have a lot of earrings.
Don't get careless.
I was like, oh, it's a scorpion. Not coming.
I miss being able to use my Berseria when I want.
Come on, really?
Level up.
But yeah, we're max level in the game now.
It's 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I understand it's a lot.
Mostly it makes it more, like, easier for the devs to balance encounters.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I feel like we're about, like, the end boss that we can play I feel like it does not feel like a level 12 fight.
You think it should be
Your
level
style
20?
is really
Yeah.
appealing.
Well, let's see. You know what the absolute is now, right?
Yeah. I'm in Act 3.
always ready to fight.
CR14 without buff. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, and also, like, they make it where you have to gather allies, you don't have to be fighting on your own.
I unleashed all
Yeah,
my
but like
power.
gathering allies and
Maybe I
such
overdid it.
technically skews it towards your path. Like when you have like other things, and I can see the way they did it. You can add like things and debalance it away from the basic 4-party CR setup they've got in the 5th edition books. So I get it, but also.
But we also did Ball's Temple.
Yeah. So you fought Orin. That's because you don't have a monk on your team.
We managed to kill him, no problem, because we were like, Abyss was saying we're gonna have to be strategic. I'm like, oh, okay, and then I just misty step over to where some of the archers are, and then Abyss like runs across the bridge. Our NPCs are completely useless. And then Misty steps up and starts fighting, and then Abyss didn't notice that he teleported away, and I'm like, I can't teleport to him! And then Abyss was like, I can! And all our turns were squished together at the very beginning, and we're like, fudge!
Listen, when I fought it, I did it with little. I think I failed once, and it's because of
Abyss said they died in it, and that it was really hard. They died 3 times, and then like when we got there, they were like, I am saving. I don't care how scummy it is. I am saving.
Nah, absolutely. Because like, here's why I didn't have that much trouble with it is because I'm a monk, so my movement speed was like 60 to 140 with a dash, and you can dash as a bonus action as a monk because Step of the Wind.
Yeah.
So like, what would happen is I'm way ahead of the rest of the party, and I have deflect missiles. So they're like, oh, I'm like, no. And I get to the enemy, I beat him up a little bit, he's like, oh, I lost a quarter of my health, so he teleports away, I'm like, alright, yeah, let me just, in one turn, just, hi, it's me again, I've got all my actions. And he's like, oh, no, don't do that.
We were really annoyed with the, what was it? It was the, with the unstoppable trait. I was like, what the? Because I went to go attack him, and I did 4, I did Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
I had 4 attacks with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I did 4.
Scorching Ray is a level 1 spell.
Pardon?
Scorching Ray is a level 1 spell, but if you like cast it, you get more rays.
Oh, I didn't get it until I was higher level.
But it is a level 1 spell.
Oh, hey, a raid!
Hey, Ollie, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. You guys already done? You guys went live, like, right before we did.
Hello, hello.
How was Twintania? Because every time I see you streaming, you're doing the same. Oh, right. You know what? I think I asked you that last time, and you said the same thing. My apologies. Oh, homie's got the static force. I don't know what that means.
Hold on,
It twists their minds. It's always the same thing. Oh, that's what killed us when we were doing just regular Twintania. So there you go.
Hold R2 with 3 or more souls speed during Divide Pain to activate. This ability extends the duration of Divide Pain and for 4 seconds prevents status ailments on enemies from ending, increasing enemy stagger time and slows the speed at which enemies fall down, allowing the party to chain combo with arts that normally aren't able to chain together.
Yeah, it's... So Break Soul is like a level up to the version of the regular R2, I think. You've got one too.
Okay. Thought I saw something in here.
Oh. Let me not forget my Twitch etiquette.
Yes.
Enjoy your food. Do not be held up here. Thank you much.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, absolutely.
We appreciate
Do not know why I'm suddenly have accent.
Because,
I blame Siberia.
Which I got the 4th game for free.
Is that the fourth one?
Yeah.
There's one on PlayStation Plus too. I don't. What's Siberia again? The World Before It was released in 2022. So there's 4 games.
Okay. The World Before is the one.
No way they release a game. A PS3 version called Siberia Collection. It's just 1 and 2.
That collection also is on the Switch.
It's just 1 and 2.
Yeah. And then they have 1
This
and 2
is 1
separately.
to 4. Who's the... Who the fuck is you?
I have not played the game yet.
What's this? Oh. I don't.
So I had actually bought 1 and 3. I had gotten 2 for free, and then I just picked up 4 for free. But 2 wasn't working for some reason. It decided that it was no longer going to work.
5's
So,
not really working either. Yeah, 3's not working.
and then he had to go get a new one. But then we learned that that one actually has there's this massive problem with it. That's just
Dialogue just stops
dialogue
for no reason.
freezes the game. So you're supposed to do something specific to stop it.
Yeah, well.
Did you get the medicine to the ship's crew?
Yeah.
Good. My thanks to you.
These soldiers won't be happy in the morning, but they're alive. Is this your work?
No. They were like this when I got here.
Zavid said,
It must have been
traps,
Zavid.
jokes.
He didn't kill a single one. Interesting.
The Abbey is going to great lengths to arrest him.
Even so, he clearly knows he's
why?
walking into a trap. What I don't get is why he
He's
roped
after
me into
Ifrit.
all of this. If he didn't want my help, then what need did he have to play the Ifrit card on me?
Maybe he's working for
If you knew this was a trap, why did you come?
To see for myself.
I appreciate
When I
the
met
change of hair
Ifrit,
colors in this game, actually. It's kind of
I
fun.
was wallowing
Yeah.
in despair that I would ever find a way to break the
I
Reaper's
mean,
curse.
their hair colors didn't actually
Stop
change. It's
denying
just the
reality, he
style.
told me.
Here,
If
yes.
you were really
in
born
Berseria
with
and other
that
games, they
curse,
changed the hair
then it's a
color.
part of you. But if the Reaper
Not of all
learns
of
to
them, but
grasp the wheel of his
established
life,
that.
even
Yeah.
he may find his creed, his path through stormy waters. And so, I joined him aboard the Von Eltia.
A creed of life.
Let's say someone's murdered the captain. If
I know
it came as the result of
Velvet's
him
the
living
main
life on his
character.
terms,
Yep.
I could accept that.
But it very much feels like Lafayette is, even though he's
But
the
if
secondary
anyone,
character.
and I mean anyone, tries to crush his way of life,
Yeah.
I could never forgive them.
Who's there?
Is it really because he's the main character, or
It's
is it, or
rude
she's
to
the main character, or is it
eavesdrop.
just because she's the point of view character?
If you
Because there
got
is a difference.
secrets,
That
talk
is a
about them
good
at home.
point. Because I have
Zabi,
talked about wanting to
isn't
do a
there
book
any
where
way you and
the main
Aizen can work
character
together
is
somehow?
not the point of view
Not if he's going to
character.
keep acting like this.
Everybody else is.
Both of them said the exact same thing. Jinx, you owe me soda.
Well, that's how it is.
The fabric in his boot is so thick. It's
What was
like
the point of all that
exactly-
posturing?
Weirdo.
He could have just stayed hidden. Weirdo.
You had to know.
Can't
You had to
disagree
know.
there.
You had to let you know.
I had to let you know. that you
Loringen
know.
Tower is a training ground for exorcists, right?
Yes.
So
it's a
tall
great
compared
edifice
to
built on ancient ruins.
Lafayette, did you ever go there when you were tethered to Teresa?
I don't really remember the beginning of my service to Teresa.
I see.
What sort of training do they do there?
Exorcists are tested and assigned Malachim equivalent to their aptitude
I
with
held
mana.
back and didn't get
It's
myself
also where they
into
practice Malach arts and study our
Because you got a whole
laws.
cake already.
So the
I know.
lower ranks use it as a sparring ground in
That's
order
what
to
I
train
thought.
up to the higher ranks?
No, an exorcist's affinity to mana is not something that strengthens through training. We are given Malachim based on our inborn ability. Then
Hey, I
learn
just read a
arts
book
to
that had the
suit
same
that
concept.
ability.
So, an orderly is an orderly
It's a
for
TikTok
life
book
then.
that I'm actually considering
Correct.
reading, and it's
There'd be no spirit of
by
competition
a Canadian
then.
who
Don't
said
they
she
wanna get
absolutely
stronger
loved Harry
to
Potter and
advance
Percy
through the
Jackson
ranks?
growing up.
There'd
But
be
then
no
she
purpose
pursued a
to
music
advancement.
degree.
Ranks
Okay.
to
And then
is
she
nothing
wrote
more
a
than
book
the type and
where
number
the
of
magic
Malachim one
system
can
is
tether.
based around
People
music.
join the Abbey for only two reasons: to protect people from
Wait, what?
demons
Music is
and to
magic then?
save the world.
Yeah.
Are all of you that dedicated to asceticism?
Yeah, that's a
Her
concept.
magic system is all,
Sickeningly noble
all
of you.
around music,
I
and
wonder
like
if
it
your
sounds
rules are
really
suppressed
interesting.
just
and I
like
keep
those
coming
of the
across it.
Malachim you use.
I'm like, I really want to read
It's
this
like
book.
you could never possibly understand our motives.
Was
In
it publisher?
any case, that is who
I
awaits you
think
at
so.
Loringen Tower.
I'd have to take a
So
look.
we're in for a rough welcome. I say bring it on.
But it's set in
I
Ontario.
can't wrap my head around Zavid.
We witnessed his unwillingness to kill
I did read a
before,
book of music
but
as a
it
kind of
seems he's
magic
quite
system.
serious about it. Maybe
Well,
that's why I don't feel
she's
scared of
pregnant.
him. Even when he and Eisen were about to
vagrant?
fight, I didn't feel tense
But they
at
don't
all.
really explain the magic system.
Perhaps that's just because
But
you've
that's
been
not her
around
book.
Velvet a bit too
And
long,
she has
kiddo.
Clearly not.
Next to her, few
But
people
the
are
vagrant has
Do you
the
think so?
Don't ask me.
They don't really. It's very
He doesn't
Dark
come across
Souls-ish.
as vicious.
Apparently,
I
it's
think
some
that's why
well,
you're
Dark
not
Souls-ish,
scared.
Elden Ring-ish in the way that they said if.
He's
Like I found
just
it
a
because someone on
brawler?
TikTok was like, "Hey, you like this game? Read
Maybe
this book,
he's
right?"
just
And they
naive.
weren't 100% like on
Okay, so
point
he's
with
just
all
a
their
naive
suggestions, but
grown-up.
the books I
He's
picked up, I
still
didn't
involved with Ifrit's
dislike, right?
disappearance. And he's
And the
also
concept of
taken
that
on
is
the
like
Abbey.
he's a knight.
I just
Not
don't
really a
get
knight.
him.
Spoiler, I guess.
Uh-huh.
He's a knight, and
I
the knights
agree,
of that
but
order
I don't
have
understand
magic
any of you
swords
either.
that resonate when you sing notes to them. So when they fight, they learn to sing and fight at the same time, which is a cool concept, but it's not expanded upon all that much. And that book is the only, if I understood correctly, like actual book. It's like a self-contained story, so there's nothing
Yeah.
more except like one spin-off that doesn't really follow them. So
She has, I think she's on her second book. But yeah, it's because she has her music degree. She very heavily was influenced in how the magic system works based off of music theory.
that's cool.
Yeah. Got you 3.
Pretty old wine.
I couldn't open the chest.
No, you need 145.
Yeah, I'm 99 short. Oh, look at that, band time.
Oh, I love cheap viewers.
Stop saying it out loud.
But I love cheap
They're
viewers.
just gonna keep showing up.
Nah, I don't think that's one of the things that gets like.
Yeah, they don't show
Hey, it's me.
They don't show up in mine, but they show up in Abyssus, and I'm like, I don't understand.
get
Let's
it.
go, dude. Fire
Get
on
what?
engage.
Why did Ifrid let Eisen
This is
join
what a
his
Numi
ship,
squaddies, isn't
knowing
it?
he carried the Reaper's curse with him? What good did it do? I
Sure,
just
let's
don't
look
see the
for it.
reason
I
behind
gotta
it.
miss our usual
Well,
popping
if it
in
were
for these
me
streams.
who had that curse, it would
Yeah.
mean that you and
I mean, I blame
Velvet
myself
could
for just
die
being
because of
generally
it, right?
unentertaining.
Yeah,
You're
I
very
suppose so.
If that's the case, then
I'm more entertaining when
I
there's
feel
people in
like
the chat, but you
I
can't really
both
need the
want
reason.
to and not want to
Yeah.
be close to
That
you
and Twitch
two.
is being a B
And
word. Maybe
I'd
Twitch knows that I'm like
probably
multi-streaming. and
really
it's like,
hate myself for it.
Do you suppose that's how Eisen feels? But Ifrid still took him in. He agreed they put up with the curse together.
It's all a bit hard to fathom.
look at her face.
Well, if one thing's for certain, it sounds like Ifrid's a very strong man. At least for a base lawless pirate.
You know, we call that prejudice where I come from.
Yeah.
Eleanor, hey, what's that? Treasure.
Hey, let me go down there.
No. Not from there. You can see there's like a spot where you should be able to go down, because look at the map. Like where you were earlier. It looks like it fades off a little bit, so we should be able to like do something.
It also looks like you're able to climb back up here.
My initial thought was maybe you'd have to like go around from the other side of the bridge, but no, because there doesn't seem to be any other like ground or whatever there. So.
And it's not telling me I can't go down. It's just saying.
Then press the X button like a million times. Guess not.
Okay. Maybe it's something I'm gonna get after I do the next part.
I suppose so. Hey, I like it. Yeah, there we go, we're close. Love it. Oh, that's
You're just lucky I made it quick.
I clicked that one too many times.
I don't think we mastered anything. Okay. Oh, you want to swap Eisen with Rogro?
Yeah, I will. So I guess we just picked the stuff up. Yeah, we picked up more earrings. Seashell. Aha.
You've got the most HP. Rogro's got the highest defense. I'm kind of surprised. He didn't strike me as someone with a lot of defense.
I do remember seeing it last time.
You
I
know
thought
what
Aizen
you're
would have
getting
more.
into?
Like, Rogue's got the highest attack speed. Why does he have the highest defense, too? What's that all about? Oh, I know why.
Because of the fight.
No, because he's a demon.
Oh, right.
Because the way... Well, like, yes, but to a certain other extent, it's because they split arts in this game as, like, martial, I think, and Malik. Right? Or Malik arts? Which is the magic arts? So if a Malik is a Malik, then he'll have high Malik art defense. So art defense. And Roguro therefore counts as a physical defense character. He's a physical...
Okay.
Did he already master those? He
No.
did not.
I wanted to take a look at what they look like.
Aizen,
Fair.
can I ask you about that thing Savita
The
had?
gun?
It belonged to Ifrid, didn't it? I've read much of the Abbey's archives on weaponry, but I've never seen
Can I
anything
please have
like
some
it.
cake?
He found
get
it
up and
when we
go get it.
crossed to the far continent. It's a relic from a long-vanished civilization.
I
He's
say that
like
and I'm
me
gonna get up in
and
like
can't
5 minutes
resist
anyway.
a good treasure. But of everything we've found, that one was his most
You also can
prized.
make yourself coffee.
What is it?
I can't say.
I didn't think I'd need it.
It seemed like a weapon, but Ifrid wouldn't let anyone touch it. He went off and tested it on his own, then came back all grinning, saying he had an ace up his sleeve the next time we got into a fight.
I remember the gun shows up in...
It's definitely some sort of
In
ancient combat
Zestiria.
device. But why is Zavid looking for Ifrid? To apologize for stealing it?
He doesn't seem like that much of a gentleman.
Did he really steal it?
What do you mean?
It's just my feeling, but Zavid doesn't seem like the type of Malak to steal something so
What was
precious.
Zavid's vessel is?
He said he just picked it up. Perhaps he's trying to return it.
Perhaps.
He's like, I ain't so sure about that. Alright, yeah, why don't you take that time and write some notes?
Okay.
I'm actually gonna have to go into the synopsis. Yeah, old man.
You got this old man going to get you some friggin'
I'm older.
cake.
Okay, let's see. What was the last thing I wrote? Stickers! I got them off Etsy. They're like the only ones that I found with stickers. Like, only. Thanks, Monkey Doodle. Essen decides to walk with us. Oh, wow. Wow. I haven't written since... yeah, since I did just before the 3 jobs. Yeah, that's where I was. Okay.
Huh?
Did you bring it back down like I asked you to?
I was pretty convinced I had.
Guess you didn't.
I'm so confused.
Glorious.
What the fuck? No way I took it out of the freezer and just put it back in the freezer.
We broke in. And fought him until Velvet nearly died. Officer reacted and opened the earth pulse. He woke up in a
I put hot sauce on it.
Exit. And found.
She'll never know.
You know, I just told you to bring me the whole thing, right?
You don't get the whole thing.
Why is it so small?
Says beside him.
My sizes were like 4 times, like, a lot bigger.
I don't know. It was either the size of the pieces you picked, or maybe half the size, depending on the width. Because I was like, I looked at what was missing, and I was like, she's had it for a day, so she can't have taken that much. And I think I can count that you took 2 or 3 pieces.
2 pieces.
So there you go. It's about the same size.
No, I don't think you understand. The amount that was missing?
I know, that was the 2 pieces. I get it. It's about the same size.
No, it's smaller.
It's definitely the same length, because this is...
Yeah, because I cut it to be the same length.
Well, what if instead you didn't do that?
Okay, I'm up to the duel. Well, I'm up to her saving Lafayette.
Okay, but here is the real...
Writing after. I looked back at it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm far behind in my writing.
We said you were like 3 whole things behind, man. You even put the stickers on. Look at these.
Yeah, I haven't finished putting the stickers because I'm not sure about my my gaps. And already...
Right small, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm already running into Megaloo.
Woo! It's some kind of prison tower again.
It's a training tower.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I wanna go this way.
Woo! That looks like a tower.
I probably have to go there after.
Ada's avoiding fights again.
No, they just didn't get me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will come check out this side later.
Thought we've been killing cold red hunts pretty easy.
Yeah. I figured we might be a little over. So you didn't bring the whole thing to stop me from eating all of it?
I feel like when someone asks me for cake, I'm not supposed to
guard.
give them the whole thing.
They're really not bothering to hide this trap.
They probably knew we'd sense it. The question now is just what they're planning to spring on us.
Why is Bienfu a sticker? What?
I guess because he's always with the party.
He wasn't there really.
No.
He is part of like Eleanor, not Eleanor, the other one.
Magdalene's
characterization, because she can't fight without him, right?
Yeah. Like she joins the party when he joins.
I can't believe it's been 21 hours and we're only level 28. That's wild to me. This is half the time it took us to beat Vesperia-ish, and we're still not even half at the level yet. Oh, I vaguely remember this place. Oh, I think I more than vaguely remember this place. Okay. At least that answers the question of what game it's from.
This game likes a lot of circles.
I mean,
the other games,
considering the fact that the other games were built on like a different like graphics engine, most of their design was square because I think that's just how it worked out, right? You'll have like paths instead of designing a map that wraps around that is the surface area. You'd have like background around what was the actual map, so you'd get like a lot of like not so round stuff. I think it's just a symptom of the way they designed the game.
Which is fine. I just think it's funny because I watch like a lot of our maps in this game are either very jagged or very circular.
Yeah.
They're staying as far away from squares as possible.
Like what were you? Even Greece's had some pretty square maps.
Eisen, when and how did Ifrey disappear exactly? And how did you two meet in the first place?
You know, you ask an awful lot of questions about us.
What? I don't mean to pry, really. Perhaps it's a habit I picked up from my
He's like,
work.
you're not being very subtle.
Drat. It seems I've been digging too hard.
No matter. Ifreed vanished about a year ago.
He's like, that question's not really
He
bad.
agreed to fight a duel against someone, and secretly left to meet his opponent.
So who did he duel?
Once we figured out what was happening, we rushed to the scene. But all we found was the aftermath of a fight.
Allegedly, he dueled.
And a pendulum.
Was Zavid his opponent?
Given his choice of weapon and his ability to fight, I'd say it's likely.
What I don't get is why Ifreed would end up captured and imprisoned by the Abbey after a fight with a stray Moloch.
The Abbey had him prisoner?
On their island. Until an exorcist named Melchior took him away, that is.
What? Lord Melchior did?
The Abbey would have captured Ifreed about a year ago. Surely it must have caused quite a stir.
I was simply patrolling. I wasn't involved in any such
So
operations.
don't blame me.
Oh, but I do remember that we suffered a great number of casualties around that time. I never heard why. And when I went to investigate,
they did
I
it on
found
the
no
suspicious.
records of any major deployment. And then I was ordered to cease any such investigation by Lord Melchior.
That's fishy.
It is
He
fishy.
wanted to hide something, clearly. And I think I'm starting to get a picture of what it was.
And
Everyone's
it
favorite
involves the
pirate
Abbey?
man.
She's starting to understand that they're not all good.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Not yet. I think she's like developing that capacity to think a bit because you know how like why did he kill the younger brother? Why is Velvet so hard on him? Why are these people okay? Like why are these people not as bad as I think they are, but still like she's seeing some things like, oh, the Molochs have feelings, the demons are not just all evil.
Yeah, they're passionate about something. She's seen them all react to things. Not to mention, Laphicet forced her to do something that she normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, but that's not like none of those are necessarily straight up forcing them. Of course, Laphicet has the highest art defense. None of those are explicitly forcing her to face like maybe the Abbey is a bad thing. It's more like, well, some of the things are wrong. Ow, someone is just straight up crucified. Love it.
Ifreed.
Yeah, one of the rare times you get to see him.
So, this is Von Ifreed.
He's not a blonde little girl.
He's hot though.
Eisen, it's good to see.
What?
He doesn't look like someone to you?
You want to be specific?
From Zilia?
Alvin?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
He looks like an older Alvin.
See you again.
So you're alive. You could have sent a letter.
It's just a symptom of them using the same graphics engine, I
When
feel.
have you ever written a letter to another man?
True. Aside from my little brother, not even once.
Your brother? Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You told me that once. Eisen, why?
I've got no brother.
My real wife knows I'm not
Enough
afraid
your
of the
tricks.
water. Hello.
Thanks for luring him out. I owe you one.
Nice shot, Steve.
Zavid. Now come on out, you old coot!
Why did he react to the girl the way he did?
Because he doesn't have a brother.
He has a sister.
Lord Melchior.
Breaking through my double illusion. Impressive.
I make it a point not to fall for the same tricks twice.
I shouldn't have let you get away last time.
See, it looks like
I
Alfred.
won't make that mistake again.
See, it looks like Alfred.
Zavid looks like Alfred, you think?
Yeah, I think they're siblings.
One of them's a Moloch, one of them's a human.
What if one of them
Why am I
was
here?
Her consciousness has returned, so that is its power.
Huh.
Is that Demon Blade?
Yup.
He creates Demon Blades?
He at least somehow found a way to turn his Moloch into a demon.
He turned her into a demon.
What? This can't be happening.
The chain
He's not
reaction.
actually teleporting. He's
Your
making himself
Reaper's
invisible
curse
and then
is
he's
quite the
walking away.
dreadful affliction, isn't
I
it?
think he's teleporting.
But he does illusion magic.
We see him do an illusion magic spell, but he could do other things, such as turn a Moloch into a demon. Legendary Wyvern? How? They just got created. Sure, nobody. Weak to Earth, baby! Let's go!
Whoa! When did I guess I agree. Yeah.
I'll let us start using the mythic as first too. Both got a photo already. Ah! There's a couple of them here.
Yeah, I thought your reason was like.
Yeah, I don't think you are unreasonable.
I absolutely don't.
Yeah, I just don't even. I don't even think of them when I want cake.
It's not even cake that I want. It's delicious that I want. If I want cake, I get cake. But if I have like a craving for deep and delicious, it's just deep and delicious. If I want cake, I don't go deep and delicious. But when I want deep and delicious, I mean,
I can. I don't know if point it. Gotta do something about my burst gauge or my soul gauge. It's not working. There we go. Triple kill.
Looks like you got caught in your own trap, old man.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Oh, Zavid hasn't seen her do that yet.
I'll take care of the last one.
neither had.
Eleanor's seen her do it.
She reacted to it.
Well, because she hasn't seen her do it live. Oh, because Zavid isn't trying to kill her.
He just saved the wyvern?
You folks jump in and kill without a second thought. Is that your creed?
Marvelous. Your Siegfried is just the power I've been looking for.
Siegfried sounds familiar too.
Pretty common name for this kind of thing. For a weapon, I guess.
My work here is done.
I think he scanned it.
What the hell did you do? Wait, damn you! Follow them!
So he was trying to give them back their consciousness.
Hey, dragon dive!
I mean, if Velvet doesn't eat them all the way, she can turn them back to normal.
No, I think they have to die for her to turn them, like for them to lose their demon form. Another glaze, okay. That probably means we get to do, yeah, random poison related stuff. Once I do Draconic Dive, I can do that. Okay, cool. Expedition.
Take a look at this.
No. Okay, fine.
Well, well.
Perfect!
Now here's a fine haul.
Meat and mushroom spore, tender parts of prickle boar.
I don't think we got anything. Okay. Yay!
We didn't get anything new though.
We got lunar stuff, no? Oh, I guess not. No special.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the special yet.
Scout ship setting sail.
Why doesn't the scout ship come back with what I want then?
It's like us talking about the cats.
Where the hell did they go?
Yeah.
Find them. They can't have gotten far.
They went over there. Yeah. That's not the end of the dungeon, of course.
Never is.
140. Shiba Inu tail. Nice.
We used to sit there until the cats like left, and now I'm like, nah. I don't feel like waiting for the cats to leave.
I mean, I guess. Seeping reborn. That's right, baby. It's a dead end.
So I wasn't supposed to go up this way.
Well, you found treasure, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. I run faster.
No.
Or what?
Going through my notification.
Yeah, Little Witcher doesn't get mine anymore.
That's good.
He used to get so many.
What's that little green thing on the ground?
Hot?
Oh, it had spice in it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I picked it up.
It had herbs.
Had sage actually.
That's an herb. I'm still right.
Yep.
Sage from Sonic Frontiers? No way!
Did I already use it? Yeah, I did. I did it
The
based
sage
on
you
the
did, yeah.
Damn. He's sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
Did you miss a part where
I'm
he's
glad to
teleporting?
see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it when you can just copy its hidden formula?
Which is what he did.
Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
The reason he's a...
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
We'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said.
Eifried gave it to him.
Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Eifried.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Eifried aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes.
It
The
breaks the
fight we
bonds.
had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Ifrit away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard. Playing tricks with people's minds.
Yeah.
But why'd he grab Ifrit and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
Probably thought he had it.
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Ifrit knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it.
His belt has
We're
like
done
2
here.
hands grabbed.
Huh? That was easy.
Ifrit only says I'm
Ifrit is.
counting on you to people he
He
trusts.
does, yeah. He's a wind Moloch.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Ifrit. So gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Ifrid's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Ifrid, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like
Ain't
humans.
right, baby.
Well, that was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
That's funny. Okay.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
She's still gunning
Oh,
to
how
try and make the
humane.
Abby sound nice.
Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorias since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost
He just sounds
concern,
shrewd, if you
even
ask
for his
me.
opponents, so
Like,
You
that
turned
doesn't
a
make him
friendly
good.
Moloch into a dragon.
Yeah, that's kind of like
Physical
inexcusable,
wounds
dude.
can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
yeah, but
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
She's like, I don't actually think that is forgivable, actually.
Right?
Like, ooh, a single cat soul.
I picked up everything else. So I was like, oh, I should probably check. Just in case I missed something.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Another victory.
I'm guessing they won't put Z with this crew because he's supposed to be with the next group.
What makes you think you're supposed to be the next one? Did I say that? Some Mystic Arts are of a higher class and cost 4 BG and require a combo of 8 or higher, but they also require maximum BG by 1. They also increase max BG by 1 when learned and provide 2 souls after use. It may seem like they require 8 souls to perform, including break soul. Wait, they require combo of 8 or higher and cost 4 BG. Including break souls within combo will help over the requirements. Since damage from Mystic Arts is affected by the greater the user's attack and art attack and lesser the defenses. So someone got a new Mystic, I guess.
Me. I leveled up.
That sounds like a lot more complicated to use, though. Yeah, you hit level 3, so you'll have the actual real Mystic by the looks of it. Hey, wait, go. So then, okay. How do you choose which Mystic Art? I guess you use it depending on the combo, but
I think it depends on how much I have. Because they're saying that I now can go up to 4 BG, but I need 4 BG plus...
a combo of 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
well,
like,
what's it called? Because we're not likely to see it very often in a random encounter. Oh, it was an island crash. Yeah, correct. Other during an 8 hit or higher combo. Consumes 4 BG, breaks soul attack combo.
And I had lethal brain before.
Which is just your regular one. So you need 4 BG, you need an 8 piece combo, which means you need to do one of your R2s to connect them, which means you'll probably need to be at 5 to break the soul or find a way to get a soul gauge back while you're doing a combo.
And when I'm theorized, I do that quite often. Okay.
That
Turned to the board, so I gotta go the other way. Which means we're gonna come back here, which means
oh man, I love that. I knew I remembered him crashing down. Oh, see, I see what you mean.
so I'm guessing because there's another town that way, we'll be coming back.
I don't know if that's a town, but it's
I
definitely
thought I
something.
smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Rokuro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't
Classic.
interest me much.
I don't know what that is. You point it, you pull a trigger, it shoots people. I hate it already. He's like, yeah, this sucks. No blade.
Just guessing based
0
on
out
how
of
we
10.
saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malakim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with
I
it.
don't know why people use
Not that
AI
I
in
really
their games,
care.
man. It looks awful. Girl with the umbrella.
Laffy said, may I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Eisen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. I was
If he
wondering
wouldn't
about
answer
her
you.
as well. She was
Fair.
pretty, wasn't she?
But he didn't answer anybody else.
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Yeah, she definitely had the sophistication bit, wasn't she?
More like
What's going on?
Discussing a delicate topic. Laphicet's first crush, if you must know.
Oh.
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
The umbrella girl. That illusion made Eisen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like
A wife he wants to leave, but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move
I
on.
know that the only reason they're saying all this stuff is because of her.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name. Perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside.
And maybe
That's
she
what's
was
funny
somebody
about
he
it.
couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children.
God.
But they only realized
Y'all
their
should get
true
together and write a
feelings
book.
after they had been married
Right?
to someone else.
Is this their idea of romance?
Absolutely, dude. What do you mean? They got
Yes.
so many books out there with exactly that.
I'm writing something with exactly that.
I know for a fact that the only reason they don't think or they don't know who this person is and they're like they didn't think she was related to Aizen is because they didn't see her face.
Probably.
Like,
She looked really pretty from behind
Oh,
though. I loved her design.
here's the thing. Go into Aizen's fashion for a second. Read the description of his own hairstyle. They're not even subtle about it.
I definitely used up most of them, so I'll have to come back.
That was a 145. The last one was 140. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it was 140. So my guess is you were supposed to open that second, like the second chest that we found first, and then you're supposed to come back later and open up this one. Unless you happen to.
I don't think we're supposed to. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to find everything in one go. What's that icon on the map?
Which one? Oh yeah, that I don't know. It won't let me anywhere near it.
Well, so like, let's try to approach it as much as possible on the map. Let's see what's there.
I'll finish this quick.
Because I don't have anything to go for you. Mayday! Well, I guess it would be actually.
Yeah, because it's technically a level 2, isn't it?
I wish I had power like that.
Its position in the game's mechanics seem to be more along the lines of the level, like the straight Mystic Arts we had from other games. Because level 30 is the threshold for most games that just have one. So like, you would learn.
Whoa! Hot water is spouting out of the mountain.
And look at those rainbows.
This is one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Bernak Geyser. The water heats up from underground until the pressure
Love
forces
how
it to
Aizen
spray
lost
up
his
from the
position
surface.
And the
as
rainbows are caused by
exposition.
light reflecting from the salt suspended in the
Well, he didn't
mineral
know everything. He
water.
was just kind of
It took tens of
inferring a lot
thousands
of
of
stuff,
years
too.
for the minerals to accumulate here and
But
form
it's
this
really
phenomenon.
Maggie Lou and Eleanor who
That
talk
was
about
very
it.
educational.
Yeah, you just can't trust everything about
Plenty
Maggie
of
Lou
trivia, if
says.
nothing else.
Additionally, the groundwater veins that feed this geyser are connected to the sea. Because of this, every now and then a boiled octopus or crab
There it
will
is.
shoot out from the geyser.
No way.
No
That's
way.
impossible.
Well, not impossible, but with the salt content of the geyser's water, I bet they're seasoned to perfection.
I don't think that's how that
Modulo,
works.
I'm declaring your bizarre imagination the 8th wonder of the
It's
world.
witty for Velvet,
People
honestly.
say that all the time.
People say that all the time. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so at level 30 you'll usually get the special skill which allows you to use a Mystic Art, or you'll get access to the Mystic Art in your skill level trees if you haven't in those games. So like you need to be you get the special skill I think at level 30 in Tales of Symphonia 2, you get it in Vesperia, you got it from weapons. So that's not, but in Tales of the Abyss it's at level 30 that everybody unlocks it.
I don't know about Tales of Innocence because I haven't reached that point yet.
In Graces, you get it from a title, so it's not quite the same. Also, Graces splits it into 3, so you don't really get the full power until you get level 2 at the very least, I think. Vesperia has weapons, like I said. So yeah, generally, if they're giving it to you level 30. Down! got one before that too. When you're in your Tyrionization form, if you hold the R2 button, you can do it again. You can do the Bright Soul, the second one. See, I don't know if they count, like, the combo that we want as 8 hits, or do they want it to be 8 attacks in a row? It's slightly different. You could technically, it's really easy, right? Friggin' because I'm sure it hits 12 combos, I don't think that's how that works.
I hope I did a good job.
You did good, Fluffy. Don't even worry about it.
I wanted to test it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, these guys are dying kind of quick.
Correct. Mushroom.
It's over, right?
Strikes by. Hold 3, drink arrow to strike activate. From multi-stage attack into the air, this ability restores more HP. Oh, she heals when she does it. Okay, makes sense. Hey, Flora Boots.
Well, how we got like a whole bunch of sword stuff earlier, and now like it looks like you want to die.
Dark and light.
Wow, all sorts of things popped out.
Yep, it's a whimsical wonderland over here.
That's new.
Yep. She's killed it. I think that's it. I thought he was gonna fall over.
Me too. I was like, oh, he's obviously gonna fall, right?
He wasn't watching anymore because it closed his eyes. So.
Yeah.
You good?
Tired, but yeah.
We can
My
stop
eyes
if you want.
kinda hurt.
We can stop if you want.
No, I wanna keep playing.
Stop if you need as well.
I might need to stop, but I don't want to stop.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we can do one tomorrow night if you want.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't see why not. I'll have to get back from work and not be dead, but yeah.
Okay.
You wanna stop now?
Now what are we gonna do?
What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth.
No, really looking.
Take a look.
No.
Huh.
His hair's
It
awful.
looks pretty old.
Different. His eyebrows don't look
I've
the same
never
at all.
seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodacian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it. If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book. Videl? Who's
Oh, that's
that?
Hercule Slayton's
He's
daughter?
a weird kid who's way
Oh,
into
it's a dude,
studying
my bad.
history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us?
Yes, I
We
could.
were told not to get too close to him, so...
We were looking for him.
I guess.
We were
Oh.
headed to a completely different continent to look for him.
Kind of. It was mentioned in another thing, right?
We were headed to Southgard before we got the poison.
Southgard.
Southgard.
Not for him, though.
Yeah?
No.
Yes.
You didn't want to save?
My book! My book! Where could I have left it?
Are you Vidal?
We're looking for Maganu's friend, no?
Oh, okay. I thought he was
My
Maganu's
book!
friend.
They said he's a kid.
That book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet.
I think this is one of the quest
mind
lines.
that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodacian script?
You recognize Meliodacian writing? That's
He's
unusual
like, I
in
didn't.
this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
She's
When I
making
grow
fun of
up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the
Yeah.
world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness?
The dark
You're
period.
referring
Yeah,
to the
that's
dark
the same
period,
words you
right?
used.
Right. Almost no written records from the age have survived.
Classic.
But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Where else did we hear this in a Tales game?
Wow, that's fascinating.
This is not the first time.
Look at those two.
Did they do something like that
All
in
worked
Tales of
up over
Symphonia
an
as
old
well?
buck.
Yeah, I think so.
My little brother was just like that too. Laffy and our brother used to.
Our brother was Arthur.
We received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Nuh-uh.
Good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
Was this story content or not?
I think it is.
I don't think so. It's green.
I know.
Vidal, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right. Thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone.
I feel like all you have to do is ask the kids who had
Just
the book
remember,
before.
your father's a praetor.
Like,
he's out there fighting.
you
to
ask
protect
literally
us
anybody
all.
else, have you seen someone
Keep your
suspicious?
chin up
And they're
for
gonna be
his
like, yeah, they were
sake,
talking to the
please,
kids over there, and
alright?
those kids are gonna be like, yeah, we gave them the book.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, wait, what book? The book Vidal's reading right now? Like, yeah, we're not supposed to go near Vidal. And they're like, oh, gotta go ask Vidal more questions now.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, Vidal.
Vidal, your father is an exorcist? Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything
Love
about
that
you
they
and your
just
friends.
randomly
I'm
dumped
your
that to a
friend
kid that I
too.
already knew.
Really?
Yep.
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret.
Why do
This
you have
book
fangs?
tells you how to make an Omega elixir.
Yeah, I love Omega Elixirs. They res everybody and give all our TP back.
If
We
I'm
don't
reading
have
it right,
TP in the
you
game.
need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
That's one ingredient?
That's really nice of you, Vidal. But I don't have any way to repay
That's a
you
big
for
piece of
this.
paper for one ingredient.
Oh, please,
Right.
think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Sorry, Vidal, I don't have fast
Of
travel.
course. What are friends for?
The Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be
But
able
can
to
it
cure any
clear
disease.
demon
But
blight?
it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness.
Meliodacian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Vidal's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw
I
his
wanna find
notes.
out.
I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. You might be onto something.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I
Looks
think
at
we
Laffy.
can trust Vidal.
Laffy used to read books intently like that, too.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laphicet, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I don't really care. But if you want to look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
You know I would have done that for you, right?
I didn't need to. No, save? Yeah, find a save, do expeditions.
Why not do expeditions before I do this?
Doesn't really matter.
Take a look
We
at
got
this.
time back as well.
Well, well. Now here's
Give
a
us something
fine
new.
New.
Wow. They found a whole bunch.
Oh.
Scout ship.
No. Alrighty then, everybody. We are done for the night. That's gonna be it. We are going to do Banjo Tooie tomorrow morning. at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then once Ada and I are alive and well tomorrow, Friday night, we'll be back with some more of this, apparently. That's the bargain to get Ada to go to bed on a reasonable time when she's tired. She's not going to bed. I'm not lying to myself. She's just not going to have contacts in.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking out my contacts and just staring at something that's really close to me or not staring at it.
Hope you folks enjoy. Thank you to the raid again, Ollie. I don't know if you're still there. Probably not. All things considered. Hey!
You did say they were lurking.
Yeah, that probably means I'm muted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out, folks.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Oh, the dulcet tones of... They're not dulcet. The tones of... What's her face for a bit?